Hello guys. Sorry, my camera is being a little bit of a Did that work? Did that do anything? Hi. Sorry about that. Okay, let's just wait for people to join us. Join me in my coven meeting. I'm sorry that it's been so long, one, and two, that I'm being very weird. I'm also eating pizza right now, so hold on. The camera's still effing up, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Let me just. Did that do anything to the camera? Okay, dang. Jesus, can you not? Okay, this might be a little better. So, hey, let's have a conversation while I'm wearing a My Chemical Romance shirt that I've been wearing for 3 days. So, for one, how y'all doing? How you been? So, I'm basically gonna be sitting here, and two people decide to be like, hey, I'm gonna join. So, I'm just gonna text people, be like, hey, I'm live right now. I don't know what accent this is, but I know that it's working and I'm using it. Yo. I'm just gonna eat some, oh my god, mukbang. Honestly, every day of my life is a mukbang. Because most days, I'm either doing some shit and living my life, or I'm watching videos, just sitting in my bed eating, or writing poetry, drawing, doing several different things. But then I'm also eating for all of those activities, because I need, even when I study, if I study at all, when I'm drawing, when I'm practicing Wicca, when I'm drawing, being artiste, being a poet, no matter what I'm doing, I'm probably eating. So if you are one of my friends and you FaceTime me, I'm probably gonna be eating, like the fat pig I am. Heck, I'm even eating right now. Sorry, I'm just texting Aquario, and yes, he is my friend. We are the friends. Don't judge. I know what you're saying to yourself if you go to our school. Hey! How you doing? How you been, fool? Hey! Your boy Aquario is here, and now he just left. Great. Fantastic. Did you just leave me? Dare you? Get your ass back here. Come back. Come back, my guy. Come back. I know. It's weird to certain people to be like, oh, she's an emo white girl and the complete opposite of Aquario. Because normally I'm quiet and I don't really like talking a whole lot, especially not even on social media. And I'm pretty shy normally. And he's the one who on my Instagram I post a video with him just be like dancing just like to my haters. Like being like them, like, teach me your ways of self-esteem. Or is it that you oh my god, Illuminati confirmed. Or does he just not have any self-esteem, but he tries to hide it by acting like he has a lot of self-esteem? Hey, Aquario, back at it again. Just ignore what I was gonna say, because my mouth slipped a bit. I was gonna say, hey, yo, what's up? It's my guy Aquario, the black man from... I'm sorry if you're offended by that. I honestly meant it with respect. Same! Anyway, let's go back to the topic of today. I don't know why I keep doing a lot of this. Yeet. 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 Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Let's talk about what we were trying to talk about in the first place. I'm a good girl now. Okay, I'm just gonna select this because it's comfortable. Okay, so I'm frozen on a stage. Where's my super suit? Sorry. Was that offensive? I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so basically, the topic of today is Wicca craft and Wiccan religion. Wiccan religion. Let's go over the definition. Why does he keep leaving me? Anyway, so let me just get the emo bangs back out. Will I text my friend Alyssa? I'm Livier. I'm live. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Wiccacraft or Wiccan religion. No. I know what you're thinking. There is nothing to do with Satan or satanic rituals in Wiccacraft or in Wiccan religion at all. In fact, paganism and Wicca were created like several centuries before. And if not centuries, then like several, like 10, God, what was it called? A dynasty, I think. I don't know English. I'm sorry. I'm a lot of Edgar Allan Poe, so I've kind of slowly started to morph back into like the old English. Anyway, so basically Wicca, there's nothing to do with Satan really in it. Wicca is basically the study of... What accent did I just have? I don't know why. Okay, let me just search it up real quick. Oh, hold on. YouTube. Anyway, okay, so like, basically, what voice am I getting? I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh god, someone please hit me with a chocolate. Okay, anyway, so basically, Wiccan, back to Wicca. Wicca religion dates back to centuries and centuries and centuries ago. Basically, it's with witchcraft, except it's the actual version, because there's actually not a specific religion that is called witchcraft. Because if it would be called witchcraft, then it would not be considered an actual religion. It's actually called Wicca. So anyway, anyway, so basically, it dates back to the Salem witch trials. And even before that, and even like years in advance, women and men had been studying a lot of Wiccan religion, because they felt that like even before Christianity was a thing. I don't like being smacked with meat. Thank you very much. Okay. Anyways, so I keep going off topic. I'm so sorry. It dates back centuries before Christianity. Ho. Hello. Hello. Yo, listen. Okay. Basically, Wicca craft. I keep getting off topic. What the frick? Basically, Wicca craft has been alive for centuries. And every 10 years, every decade or 10 years, there is what's called I forget what it's actually called, but I like to call it an awakening, or it's suddenly a spike in Wiccacraft, where there's where the sun you look around you and suddenly there's a bunch of witches on the street, and there's all sorts of different people, studying it, being interested in it, and basically the reason why it's so interesting to people is, one, because there's definitely a good ounce of magic in it, and rituals, and if you are Wiccan like I am, and my friend Alyssa, of course, you believe in covens, in being a united front and a united group, of people who believe that everything that is a living organism has a soul, or has some sense of being, and that everything has something to, there's a lot of magic in everything in nature. And I honestly believe, and very similar to Christians and pagans, we believe that everything has a spirit, and that there's a almost I think of it as a bridge, visualize it as a bridge between the living world, which would be Mother Earth and the moon and the stars and everything. Okay, bye. Cry. And then there's a bridge that you cross into the next realm, which, depending on what you believe, to be more accurate, it can be heaven, or it can be a place of peace. And although it may not be like why does my hand look like this? Whatever you want to call it, it is a place where higher beings like to frolic and play and be peaceful. And I believe that heaven may or may not be the true name for it. It may just be something that Christians created, just to give this holy or this special place an actual name. But I think Wiccans would just prefer to call it, some people I've heard people call it Land of the Mother Goddess. But Wiccans view it very similar to a kingdom, just like the early Greeks and Romans did, and Christians do. It is a higher place that is seen to be somehow better than hell, which in some ways it is, because we believe that there are 4 different places to be. First, your soul starts out at Earth. And I actually believe that everyone's soul starts out in the center of the world. so that really hot place. I believe that they go through there, and then the spirits get recycled through that area because it gets very warm and hot. So it's like a microwave, where the souls are being regenerated and reused. Um, I wish we could do that with like plastics and everything, but I guess not. Um, and basically, the souls are every time a new soul is born, another dies. So it's like, say, a soul that has been reused like over and over again for like several centuries, for example, would then kind of die off, where people would finally, like living people on Earth, finally start to forget them, that they were ever once alive, and so they die off. And then a new soul is born, and that soul goes up into the earth and everything, and that is when a new person is born. And then from that point, the soul is regenerized and reused and reused and reused for centuries and centuries and centuries. Um, and I believe that my soul was like used and reused again, like either 11, 12, or 13 times. But I think it would be 13. 13 times. How many times my soul has been reused? Well, yeah, at this point, I think it used to be 11, then 12, then 13, because it got used a third, like a like after 11, it never stopped being reused. So now at this point in my life, it has probably been reused like 13 times. And every cycle takes very long to complete for a soul, for one specific soul. So basically, there are, like everyone pretty much has several past lives. And there are actually quite few people on the world, because there are many people in the world, but there are quite a few people who souls have been reused several times, and they haven't been forgotten yet. Their past lives have not been forgotten by other people, or like the souls that knew them, and somehow their soul, like for example my soul, has been recycled along with um along with like two of my friends, and I will name them now. Alyssa, I believe that her soul has been reused several times, just like mine has. And I feel like my friend Danielle, I feel like both, like the three of our souls have been reused and reused and reused into several different lives, several different people. And I believe that there are also some of my other acquaintances or friends. Aquario, he is one of them. I feel like me and my two friends, like, okay, I'm just gonna go down the list. So Aquario and his brother, I forget what his name is. Another person on this Crota, I think. I forget. I think that's what his name is, but it's Scott in real life. Scott's soul has been reused. My friend Arturo's soul has been reused. I know several people in my circle whose souls have kept repeating, and I believe that we've known each other for centuries because our souls have been reused together, kind of at the same times. And that's kind of how that works. And that is part one, like quarter of Wiccan religion. And a lot of time, and I even have like, in Christian religion and in pagan religion, there are just little doohickeys, little things that you would use to pray. So Christians have prayer beads or have rosaries. Um, Pagans have different sorts of symbols, and they like carve them into wood, or they will like write books with the symbols on them. They will burn their symbol into metal. They will use all these different tools. To resemble something, or to like give themselves something to pray for, something to pray on, for wealth and everything. Believe it or not, I actually have candles, and I have several different colors of them. I actually have a white candle, but actually, hold on, I'm just gonna get all my weekend stuff. Sorry if I showed anything. Okay. So, let me just get out all my Wicca craft. Okay, so basically, I like to think this is also very similar to Native American rituals and things. So basically, every Wiccan, or even if you're a beginner, a lot of Wiccans have candles, several little small candles, and then a lot of times you will have you can have several different shapes and sizes of different colored candles, and every color means different things. So a white candle, like this one for instance, would mean purity, holiness, determination. And then pink would mean love, romance. Green, growth, and it can mean wealth. Black and blue. Black and blue, black can mean evil, and it can also mean eternal. It can mean several different things. Actually, let me see if I can. Well, yeah. Black usually means danger or evil, but when you mix it with blue, then it becomes, yes, there may be danger and evil in your life, but then blue is determination, skill level, and it can mean several different things. Actually, let me just search up things so I don't feel like I'm lying, which I'm not. What do colors mean? Images. Aha. Okay. So black means sophistication, power, mystery, formality, evil, and death. And when you mix that with blue, which makes this navy blue that I have, peace, stability, calmness, confidence, tranquility, sincerity, affection, and integrity. So mix those two together and you get all of the benefits in navy blue. Purple. This is a purple candle, by the way, if you can't see it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay. Purple would be loyalty, luxury, or wisdom, spirituality, magic. And then yellow. Yellow means joy or happiness. Let me look at white to make sure I'm correct. Okay. Freshness, hope, goodness, light. Cleanliness. So, for example, if you were trying to clear a soul, clean it of its sins or whatever, or clean it of its impurities, burning this candle in bigger amounts, in mass amounts, around someone in a certain shape, like a pentagram sort of shape, and put white candles all in all the different spaces around it, then you can actually clear a soul of negativity. And many psychics and Wiccans actually use a lot of white candles and happy candle and growth. And yeah, yeah. Be right back. Yeah. See through. I fell away with a young nation. Right for you, right for you, you go all the way. Sorry, guys, I just need to text my mom something. And okay, I'm back, guys. Slay. Okay. Anyway, back to what I was talking about before I was rudely interrupted. Okay, basically, what was I saying? Okay, so basically, if you were to try and clear a spirit or make someone's soul pure again, or make someone's soul like less negative or make them feel better about themselves, a lot of times Wiccan and or psychics will use these type of rituals with candles in the different colors, um, and put them in a pentagram sort of shape. Now, when I say pentagram, I do mean this symbol. But before you go like, oh my god, she's a Satanist. No. A pentagram, if it's like in a regular formation, which is like this, yeah, just like that, like right side up, with the circle around it. it is actually does not mean Satan. It actually, well, I'll search it up anyway. It actually is simply an old pagan symbol. Pagan symbol that actually has nothing to do with Satan. It was a symbol that meant goat goddess, which was a half goat, half man with wings. And it was given. Yeah. Thanks. I see you. I see you!
Tika said she swept the entire house, guys. She has the room and everything.
That is not what I said.
She said she swept it. Oh, yeah.
And
I
then,
ran downstairs, but then I heard you and I ran back up.
yeah, exactly. Okay, I should be done being interrupted. Okay. So basically, this symbol does not actually mean Satan when it's right side up. When it's down like that, would basically mean, like, basically mean what Christians created to be the devil. Oh, sorry. Basically, but if it's upside down, then it is actually Satan. Or what Christians created to be Satan. But really, it originated from, like, what he actually looks like. That originated from pagan religion, which means that it could have easily not actually been satanic or evil in any way. It was simply a goat god that actually brings peace. Can you believe that? Like, the Christians or the early Christians actually created a god, or Satan, the devil, out of a goat god that actually was meant to bring peace and goodwill to people in pagan religion. And it was actually a good god who would not hurt a fly. So there's a little history lesson for you. So this symbol would actually call upon the goat god of possibility and positivity. But you see, if that was drawn any other way, like to be upside down on all ends, then that would be Satan, not the other way around. Okay. And, okay, now that we've had the candles and the pagan symbol, oils. This oil that I have is actually lavender oil, and it's meant to give you peace and calm you down. A lot of Wiccans use this sort of thing they bless it, with the mother goddess. Mother goddess is actually our main god in Wiccacraft or in Wiccan religion. And then there are several different gods within that spectrum. For example, the gods that I tend to go towards. Lucifer is actually who I think is my guardian angel. And the reason I think that is because I am one of the extremely few amount of people on this earth anymore that doesn't really believe that he was as bad as he was created to be, as he was made to be by God, or God. Because I feel like Satan was simply a normal human. This is a weird twist. Was simply just a normal human, and he did things that were called sin by God. Or he was simply a person who sinned without knowing it. And so it is not what you are born as a demon. It is what you are created to be as a demon. And I actually quite like that quote because it resembles a lot of human interactions. It actually, like Satan reminds me that all humans can literally be like Satan. Because even though Satan was a god, he was still a human. You see, at one point, he was an angel. You see, that to me explains that you are human. That human and angel, just think of them as if they are actually quite similar. The angels are the people who, they go to church every day, and they're just genuinely good people. But the thing is that they actually lie to themselves. Angels have a lot more demons than you think. So think of it this way: humans try to be as pure as possible. Angels try to be and are as pure as possible. But then a lot of times there's that one person or that one angel who wants to be different from the rest, and who feels, you know what? I don't really want to go by the rules anymore. I don't like those rules. I want to go by my own rules. So humans, when they're like, you know what? I don't really want to believe in any religion. I just want to be an atheist. Or I want to believe in the opposite religion of Christianity. And they want to be different than the rest. They want to be one person. One different person. Like they want to be who they really are, not who God wanted them to be. They want to be one singular person. Okay? Satan, or Lucifer, wanted to be that one person who stand out from the rest. And he felt, maybe if someone different, someone who wasn't so by the book, someone who was so much different from everyone else, truthfully, was so much different from everyone else, he felt that maybe someone should step up. Someone who was not so godly and up on their high horse. He felt that maybe someone different should try it for once. Maybe someone different should try taking the throne. Maybe someone different could control the heaven or their world. And so he tried to give it his best shot. But in the end, the pure ones fought against him because they saw that he was different, one of a kind, out of the rest of the group. And I admire him for that because I know as hell that I am different. But it took me the longest time to finally be like, you know what? maybe I could be a god. It's like to be like, you know what? Maybe I should just stand out like a sore thumb. Maybe I should just be different for once. Maybe I should just be myself. And that is why I admire him, because he decided that he was just gonna be different because he felt that different is better, and a lot of times it is. And so we are very similar in that way. And sorry, I made him and he felt that since he was different, he should have just taken what he could and learn from it, and then conquer and just decide to tell people. He wanted to tell people, like I do, hey, we don't all have to be holy. We do not all. We do not all have to be the same. We can be different. He wanted to teach them that difference is okay. And sins aren't always the sin that you believe them to be. And a lot of times, sin is not as bad as it seems. Like being a homosexual. In the Catholic Bible or whatever, a lot of people say it is against God. It is not of God. It is not born of God. That is a negative sin. And Lucifer said, you know what? Maybe it's not as big of a deal as that after all. Maybe it's not that big of a sin. Maybe it is completely normal for humans to want to love each other. And because he felt so different from God, God decided, you know what? He's trying to take my throne. He's trying to change it. So he made himself seem like the good guy in pushing him down to hell, in which he felt betrayed. Lucifer felt betrayed. And the harshness and the evilness of other people can turn you into the harshness, and that just proves that the harshness of other people can make you one of the worst. Can make you Satan in this instance. You know, and he was an angel. He was a great guy, a great angel. All the way until he tried to be different and wanted to give it a go. All until he initially tried. He got pushed down. He got pushed down to hell. So he was like, you know what? If all I'm going to be is someone who is Satan and someone who is a sinner, why don't I just create my own area down here? Why don't I just invite other people in? Why don't I bring my friends down with me? You know? So it's like, what if I just, like, because I feel like I know that deep down, he was still. Yep.
That's nice. Are you doing Wick and Whack?
No.